was actually raining in one part, but it's not here. Let's hope it sticks around, I guess, in terms of the sunlight here anyways. And what did I read today? How about we start with the first one? Non-stop news about drone attacks again. This one here says, Ukraine and Russia trade overnight drone attacks, military officials say. Dozens of Russian drones were launched overnight in an attack targeting regions throughout Ukraine. President Volodymyr Zelensky said 72 of the 76 Shahed drones that were launched were destroyed by Ukrainian anti-aircraft defenses. The Ukrainian Air Force said the drones targeted regions throughout Ukraine, including Kyiv, the capital. Officials said at least 2 regions in Russia were also targeted overnight by Ukrainian drones. The Russian Ministry of Defense said early Saturday 10 UAVs were destroyed over the territory of the Kursk region and 9 over the territory of the Belgorod region by air defense systems on duty, the ministry said on Telegram. This is right after all that news, if you guys remember, where there were claims that Russia was making kamikaze drones using Chinese drone engines, and people like NATO weren't happy about that. But how about this one, where apparently this is going to the next level in terms of, hey, you're using, I guess, other countries' equipments and all that. This will be quote, war. This one here says, the overnight launches between Ukraine and Russia followed talks on Friday in Washington, where President Joe Biden and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer discussed possibilities of lifting restrictions on the use of some Western weapons that could be used by Ukraine to strike deeper within Russia. A decision on whether to ease those restrictions, which Starmer described as a particular tactical strategy, was not announced following the meeting. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday said allowing such long-range strikes would amount to NATO forces becoming, quote, directly involved in the war. If this decision is made, it will mean nothing short of direct involvement. It will mean that NATO countries, the United States and European countries, are parties to the war in Ukraine, Putin said, according to a transcript published by the Kremlin. This will mean their direct involvement in the conflict, and it will clearly change the very essence, the very nature of the conflict dramatically. I was reading some of the interviews. I think the claim was if Ukraine is using some type of missile, for example, they have to be navigated with things like satellites that are, let's just say, NATO owned, like part of the US and so forth. So technically they could argue they're in the war as well. So either way, non-stop news about the war and stuff, huh? And this was kind of interesting, as apparently there was a bust of sort where somebody tried to use a drone to drop things like contraband, I guess you could say, in correctional facilities. It's kind of interesting looking at the pictures. I'm always fascinated to see what they're using and all that. It doesn't seem like the actual drone is there, but you can see all the accessories and I guess the other stuff that they tried to drop. This one here says the OPP East Region Community Street Crime Unit has made an arrest after an attempt to deliver contraband to a Kingston area correctional facility. Street Crime Unit members, as well as members of the Lennox and Addington County OPP detachment, located a suspicious vehicle near Millhaven Institution in Loyalist Township. Street Crime Unit members, as well as members of the Lennox and Addington County OPP detachment, located a suspicious vehicle near Millhaven Institution in Loyalist Township just before 9 p.m. on Wednesday, September the 11th. Officials with the Correctional Services Canada had located and seized a package dropped from a drone within the institution grounds, containing lighters, matches, a knife, razor blades, suspected cocaine, methamphetamine, tobacco, and cannabis in various forms. OPP members located a suspicious vehicle in the area and arrested one person. A search of the vehicle located suspected methamphetamine, cocaine, and various forms of cannabis, as well as numerous SIM cards and digital scales. It makes me think again, when it comes to situations like these, are officials actually fully prepared to deal with the situation? For example, some type of counter drone measure, or use your own drone, for example, to hunt the people down, because in general you can put all the over-the-top regulations and stuff you want. I don't think these guys are gonna follow that, correct? So yeah, again, you need to find ways to deal with it versus going after people flying toys and stuff all the time. And on lighter news, this was kind of crazy. It seems like there was another Guinness record broken. It seems like this thing's being broken every every other month or so. Well, here apparently there was 8,100 drones used in the show. Now this one here says, world's largest drone light show. A stunning display of 8,100 drones lit up the night sky over Shenzhen, South China, setting a new Guinness World Record for the most drones flying simultaneously. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You can see all the different shapes, for example, pictures, and as well, it's kind of cool that they were able to capture it, it seems like anyways, flying one drone through it to actually get the perspectives. That must be a really awesome experience. And there was a lot of other different news outlets around the world showcasing this. Can you imagine seeing something like this in your area, for example? I wonder how, I guess, rigorous you're gonna have to be in terms of making sure there's no interference or anything like that. Because like here, for example, there was that show that was supposed to go on with the drone show, but then I guess they didn't anticipate with all the signal interference. For example, people out there with their cell phones, everyone trying to send pictures and stuff online. It shows you how fast too, I guess, people in this space are trying to outdo each other. I guess that's good anyways, in terms of people wanting to see something huge and spectacular, huh? All right, see you guys later.